I'm going to show how to do some feathering. For both miniatures, the top where you can see it's dark, I've used Incubi Darkness, and the rest of the miniature is Celestial Grey, apart from on this one where you can see the head, which is painted in bone colours, which I've got a separate video to explain how to paint like bone, so that would cover that one. So I'm not going to go into that any further. Next, Cabalite Green, and what we want to do with this is to pick out all the edges and bring out all the highlights. Although the lines were picked out with the last colour, on the tops here it was more of a dry brush technique rather than just painting lines, just to try and pick out a bit of colour on the tops. The next colour we're going to choose now is Sabati Green, again to cover the same areas but to try and leave a bit of the previous colour. So you might want to leave that piece at the bottom, for example, and then put these lighter highlight up at the top, so it looks like the colour is getting from a light colour getting progressively darker. The last coat to be applied on the green areas now will be a white scar, just to catch the uppermost sharper areas. All the grey areas now got to be painted up in the same way that I've painted ghosts before, which I've done a previous video for. We're going to skip forward next to where those ghost areas of paint have been finished, and then we'll start with the next stage after that. If you followed this video, I should cover how to paint the top, and if you watched the video on how I painted the ghosts and spirits, that would have shown you how to do the bottom here. Now we're at the stage where what we want to do is apply the feathering to this area. I've done a previous video on doing feathering on some death dreads, and if you want to watch that video. However, on this video the feathering is done slightly differently. So what we're going to do is apply Raywatcher Green, and what you want to do is, sometimes when you're applying it, you apply it in a very small area, or at times you want to make the area larger, and eventually you should blend the dark green into the light green. And when I've finished, I'll show you what that looks like. The last coat of paint I'm going to choose on these miniatures is Null Oil, and with this coat what I want to do is apply it in a few areas just to give a little bit of extra depth for the darkness. I'm mostly applying it around the neck, or in case of models like this where you can see the cloth hanging off the arms, I've put it on the inside of the cloth there as well. Now it's a case of just doing your base and they're finished. If you like the video, remember to like, share, and click on the button on the lower right hand side to subscribe.